Lesson 91. Expressions with get. Hello and welcome to this lesson. Today, we are going to talk about expressions with get, one of the most common and versatile verbs in English. It is used in many different ways, from receiving something to changing position or state, and it appears in a huge number of phrasal verbs and fixed expressions. Understanding how to use get will make your spoken English much more natural and fluent. So, let us get started. Basic meanings of get. First, let us look at the basic meanings of get. It is used frequently in spoken English in three main ways: to receive, obtain, or buy something. For example, please get me a sandwich when you are in town. I got a text from John today. She got top marks in her exam. To change position, move or be moved. For example, how are you getting home tonight? To change state, become or make. For example, she is ill, but she is getting better. Specific meanings of get. Get also has many other more specific meanings. To prepare a meal. For example, it is my turn to get dinner tonight. To understand. For example, I do not get it. Why did he speak like that? To annoy. For example, his behavior really gets me at times. To manage. For example, I saw Harry's new girlfriend at the party, but I did not get to speak to her. To become acquainted. For example, once we got to know each other, we became great friends. To answer or respond to. For example, the phone is ringing and there is someone at the door. You get the phone and I will get the door. Phrasal verbs based on get. Now let us look at some common phrasal verbs based on get. Get across. Successfully communicate an idea. For example, it was difficult to get my point of view across to the committee. Get at, reach or find. For example, I hope the inquiry will get at the truth. Get behind with, fail to do something by a certain time. For example, I have got terribly behind with my work. Get down, depress. For example, this weather is getting me down. Get down to, begin to give serious attention to something. For example, it is time you got down to some work. Get into, be successful with an application, such as to a college or school. For example, she did well in her exams and got into university. Get on, manage. For example, however will we get on without you? Get on, advance or develop. For example, Joe is getting on very well at school. Get out of, avoid a responsibility. For example, I will try to get out of my next lesson. Get over, recover from. For example, she is getting over a bad attack of flu. Get round, spread. For example, the news soon got round the village. Get round to, do something you have intended to do for a long time. For example, I need to buy a new desk, but I cannot get round to it. I am so busy. Get through, come to a successful end. For example, I am glad she got through all her exams. Get through, use up all of something. For example, he got through his month's salary in just one weekend. Get up to do, especially something bad. For example, the children are very quiet. I wonder what they're getting up to. Other expressions based on get. Finally, here are some other common fixed expressions with get. Get out of bed on the wrong side, be in a bad mood. For example, you seem to have got out of bed on the wrong side today. Get off to a good/bad start. Start well or badly. For example, the meeting got off to a good start with Elliot's speech. Get together, an informal meeting or party. For example, I am organizing a little get-together. I hope you can come. Get rid of, throw away or destroy. For example, when they broke up, he got rid of everything of hers. Get my own back, take revenge. For example, I am going to get my own back on her somehow. So, that is our lesson on expressions with get. This verb is incredibly versatile and appears in many phrasal verbs and idiomatic expressions. Learning these will make your spoken English sound much more natural and fluent.